Carol, and I guess your husband as well from Alameda, California. Your son is in the early stages of schizophrenia. Most men who develop schizophrenia develop it in their early 20s. And unfortunately, a very, very common problem, as you may know from my book, I'm Not Sick, I Don't Need Help, is this unawareness of illness and an ongoing, really years and years of reluctance to take medicine because he doesn't understand he has an illness. So he's starting to suffer a lot of the consequences of not taking medicine. He's been arrested for misdemeanors related to his delusions, to his paranoia. He's on probation, and he's decided to stop taking his medicine. As it turns out, about 3 out of 4 of every person with schizophrenia within 2 years of starting medicine stops. So he's not unusual in that respect. The good news, I think, from your question, is that he's seeing a psychiatrist every week, and it seems like you also have a relationship with him. The other good thing that I read in your question, something that you can use to help your son reconsider his decision to stop taking medicine, is that he feels he has a problem. Now, his problem is not schizophrenia. The best advice I could give you, frankly, from experience and from talking with many people like your son, is stop telling him he has schizophrenia. Take that goal, if you have it, of convincing him that he's mentally ill and put it way up high on a shelf, and don't continue to try and convince him with the strength of your argument that he should take medicine because he has an illness. Instead, what you can do is work on your relationship and win on the strength of your relationship. And what I mean by that is talk to him about his problems. So what are his problems that he sees? 1, he's got a problem with anger. 2, maybe he has a problem with the arrests that have been occurring and having his life disrupted. And these might be reasons that he's willing to take medicine for his anger, to be able to stay out of jail, frankly. He's not a criminal. He's a seriously mentally ill young man, and he deserves treatment, and he deserves an opportunity at recovery. And you and your husband and his psychiatrist can help him by talking to him about his problems as he sees them, rather than trying to force him into, literally a square peg into a round hole. You have schizophrenia, you have to take medicine. Well, that's not working. So instead, you have a problem with anger, you have a problem with the police. If you take your medicine, you are less angry, you stay out of the hands of the police, and your life is better in the ways that you want it to be better. So that's the short answer to my advice. You might want to also look at another website that we have. It's leapinstitute.org, L-E-A-P, institute.org, and you'll see several free videos there that discuss this approach to helping somebody like your son who doesn't understand that he's ill really develop a more trusting relationship, and one in which he's able to listen to your advice and to consider the reasons that you've helped him to identify to take medicine. So remember, you can't convince him that he's ill. You can't change him. You can only change yourself. And the way to do that is to listen to his problems and talk about his problems.